Hi guys, Virginia here and I'm back with another 12 by 12 process video for you today, and this one's for the SpiegelMom script design team, and I'm using one of the free PNG cut files from the SpiegelMom script shop. So what I've done is I've gone through, I purchased it, downloaded it into my download files, and all I've done is just kind of opened up my download files and dragged it into my design space. So this is what you'll end up with, is a black and white image. So what you need to do is, like I said, pull it in. I'm just resizing it so that I can get it to where I want it on the page. It's a mini hearts cut file, by the way, if I haven't mentioned that. And I'm going to trace it. So I've gone to my trace tool. I'm just going to select trace area, and you'll end up with this little plus sign. So what you want to do is drag that point over the entire cut file so you encompass all of that black area, and then it should turn yellow. All those black images should turn yellow. Then you hit the trace button and it should have traced. So what you do is then drag that white and black image off the screen, and you're left with the cut file, the red outlines, and all of the red lines is what will cut on your page. So pretty simple, they're all stuck together. Yeah, so that's how you trace a PNG file. So then I will go ahead and send that to my silhouette, and we're done. I'm just going to quickly save it as well. But we'll skip to. Okay, rightio. So now it's all cut. I've cut it on white cardstock, and I've got this kind of a border on the outside, and I decided I wanted to use this rainbow style pattern paper. I'm using the Dear Lizzie New Day collection, and I love this pattern paper. But I haven't been able to use it yet, so I'm going to dive right in. And I decided to cut that excess white cardstock off the end, of either ends of that cut file, and that's going to allow those stripes to really poke out either side and bring in a bunch of those colours. So I'm going to make a giant shaker pocket with these mini hearts. I did think about making some rows, just a few rows, and then backing it with pattern paper, and I thought, no, let's just go the whole hog and fill it with sequins. So I've got these large sheets of acetate. They're actually acetate, they're Heidi Swap acetate for the Mink machine, but I just buy them like that because they're really nice and large. I haven't found them recently, so I've got a couple in my stash, a couple of packs of it. So I've had to use 2 sheets on this, and I'm just using my ATG tape just to kind of spread it around, and then I can adhere that acetate to it. So I'm just making sure all of those hearts are covered. I'm going to trim off the excess. And now I can start kind of forming the base for my shaker pocket. I'm going to pull out some sequins as well. I want to kind of colour coordinate them. So I'm pulling out packs that will match with each of those stripes of pattern paper. And I'm going to make some kind of large pockets within those hearts to stop all of those hearts falling to the bottom and mixing together. I just want to kind of keep those colours in the same area of the colours on the pattern paper, if that makes sense. I'm going through with some foam tape now. It's just some thin stuff, and I'm doing a full border, make sure that there's no gaps, and I'm just going to go through now. I'm going to split this in half because the gaps in between those hearts are rather thin. I'm just cutting that tape in half, and I'm kind of threading it in between the sections that I want. You'll notice that I did flip my pattern paper around so that I've got a guide of what colours I want where. So I've gone ahead and done that. I've got these 4 sections, you'll see on the back of that pattern paper, and now I can start filling those areas. So the base is this kind of pink and peach and purpley colour, so I'm using sequins that coordinate with that. I'm adding a few golds from the hexagram and some of these wood veneer hearts as well, just to add in the heart theme. Then I'm going through this green and yellow and blue mix and another green mix as well, adding some of them in, adding some more gold and some of those wood veneer hearts as well, just to kind of really fill it all in. And I'm making sure to try to keep within those spaces because I've got those little pieces of tape separating each of those sections. Again, going in with some sequins that match the colours and some of the wood veneer, not wood veneer, yes it is wood veneer, hearts, and then I'm going to go in with blues up in this top section, again adding some golds and then those wood veneer hearts. So I'm really filling it up. I want these to be really nice and fill with sequins. Okay, rather happy with that. I'm just making sure that it's going to fit within that tape. I can peel off all of the backing paper from that adhesive tape on that cut file and just pop it in place. Super simple. Okay, so now we can kind of skip to and start embellishing and decorating the page. So I've got this photo, it's Eddie and I, we went out for lunch one day, we had a bit of a day out, so I thought I'd take a selfie of us, and that's pretty much what I'm documenting. So I'm just using some scraps from the 6x6 paper pad just to back my photo with. There's no real rhyme or reason, I just want to bring in a whole lot of colour because there is a whole lot of colour in the background. Yeah, I'm going to bring in a teal, or aqua, whatever you want to call it, and I think I do try this one, but the words were going to show and I didn't like that, so I go back to the rainbow stripe and do a layer of that, just a thin final border, and it's kind of repeating what's in that background as well. Okay, so now I'm just kind of refreshing myself with what's in this collection. I love this collection. I kind of put it away for a while, but I've been itching to get back to it, so now I can. I'm going to back my photo with some foam just to prop it up, and now I can kind of go through my embellishing process, which is normally die cuts first, so that's what I'm going for now. I've got this gold foil piece up above. I'd had fussy cut the word love out of it, and I kept the outside bit because I knew I could use it as kind of a base for a cluster or something, so I've just tucked it under the photo, bringing in some frames, just some random kind of bits and pieces, some butterflies, because why not? I do replace that wood grain frame with that lime green one. I felt it was getting a bit too much of a wood grain feel going on. I wanted lots of colour around the photo. A bright pink flower, a giraffe. I contemplated putting that one to the side, but decided no, there was a lot of smaller ones that I could tuck in around those side pieces of the layout, so I will get to them shortly. But I did find the number 2 in the die cut pack, and I thought that would be a great start for my title, so it's going to be Together, and I've just spelt out together with the thickers, which are lovely. I love these thickers. The wood grain on them is gorgeous. Okay, so now I skip to the sticker pack, and I'm just going to go through them, finding some pieces. I love this little tassel, so I'm going to tuck that under the flower, and just shuffling things around. I wanted a mix of colour, and I'm trying to keep those butterflies roughly around the colours of the stripes on the background of the colour of the butterfly, if that makes sense. So we've got that like teal and red one at the top where those stripes are. That dark purple, well, there is no yellow, but there is purple down the base, so I've popped that butterfly down there. It was a sticker, so I popped it on some white cardstock and fussy cut it out so it had a white border, the same as the others. And yeah, just kind of adding pieces. I'm going through the chipboard stickers now. We've got this little wood grain gold foiled piece that I've just tucked in that top right hand corner. I've pulled off some heart stickers as well. I'm trying that tassel, but it doesn't make it. I do try a paper clip. I'm thinking that I might be able to bring one of them on, but it was just getting a bit bulky and a bit too heavy and crowded down in this section, so it quickly gets taken off and popped back. And I'm going to replace that large green butterfly. It was a bit too bulky with that red and pink one, just to the left of the photo. Okay, so I'm going to go through the rub-ons now. And I found this half of a mandala. I think that's what it is. It's a pink one. It's lovely. So I'm going to brave it and try and apply it to the white cardstock over top of the acetate and all the bumpy bits. And it took a little while, but it went on great. And it's sitting on top of the acetate just fine, which these things are just amazing me. And it looks really nice. It brings a pop of pink down there. So I do just take my time. I don't want to rush it. Just making sure that I'm applying it properly. I don't want to miss any spots. But there we go. It's all on. Here I am thinking, wow. I'm surprised that worked. Okay, so I'll just pop everything back in place. Have another quick little look through the rub-ons, and I find a little giraffe, and here I am. This is where I wanted to bring in the little things kind of peeking out the side, so we're going to have the giraffe peeking out here. Now I've purposely placed it on that yellow strip because rub-ons are somewhat see-through, so I knew if I put him on the yellow he would kind of retain his colour. If I put him on any other colour, that stripe would probably shine, peek through the rub-on, so that's why I popped in there. A couple of little rainbow coloured arrows to the left, and I'm going to bring another 3 down the bottom. Again, kind of keeping those colours near the stripes of the same colour. Just nice little details to have on the side to bring a bit of interest. Now I can go through the rub-ons. We've got this little llama, which is super cute, so I'm going to poke him out the side there. And I do try this little sun, but it doesn't make it. And I try the moon. I like that one a little bit better. So that's going to hang off the side there. A little puffy giraffe. I'm just trimming them slightly so that they fit underneath that white cardstock a bit better. And a little puffy butterfly. Okay, I'm rather happy with all this, so I'm going to start gluing everything down. I don't make you watch it all. It's a pretty simple process, but I just start from the base and work my way up. I'm going to trim off the excess of that frame because I don't want to waste it. Pop that in place. Trim a little bit of that chipboard sticker off because I've got foam under my photo. Trim part of that tag off because I don't want to waste that. And I can just kind of continue around. Now I'm going to pop some adhesive foam tape behind that tassel just so that it stays in line with my photo. I can adhere to my photo. And skip 2, everything is glued down now. I just use my ruler just to get those thickers right. I'm going to add some of those wood veneer hearts around the page as well, just around those other heart stickers. So I've stuck a few of them on. And I wanted to bring another one just by that butterfly. I'm also going to add some sequins, some of the same coloured sequins that are within those that giant shaker pocket as well. So I'm just dotting them around those little wood veneer hearts that I've propped on. And then after that, that's pretty much it for my layout. I really love this look, this giant shaker pocket. I've never done one so large, but yeah. So if you want to get hands on some sequins, don't forget to use the code Virginia15 at the SpiegelMom Scrap Shop to get 15% off your purchase. But until next time, bye guys.